My name's Emma Dennehy. I live in Cork. I'm currently studying zoology in UCC. I'm in my final year. At the moment, I'm at Photo Wildlife Park as part of an animal behaviour module, where I'm here to study the behaviour of the agile gibbon in the park, doing focal scan samples, comparing my practical day 1 with practical day 2, and later hoping to do a write-up report on it. I took on an extra module worth 5 credits as part of my degree called the Biological Work Placement module, run by Professor Gavin Burnell. It's basically where you can go out anywhere, Ireland, Europe, or abroad, where you can go work for a few weeks, few months, gain experience in an aspect of zoology or biology that you're interested in. I chose mine to work with wolves in Galicia in Spain, in the northwest of Spain, and I worked there for 2 months. It was in the A Coruña province, which would be in the northwest. I lived and stayed for 2 months in Vimianzo, basically in a habitat of agricultural pasture lands. You had forestry, and every morning you would get up at about 6 o'clock, go out into the field, check traps, deactivate traps for the daytime, and then in the evening reactivate the traps, because wolf activity is more wolves would be more active at dawn and then at dusk, and we would increase our chances of capturing and tagging a wolf if we set traps at those hours of the day. The Iberian wolf was a species, of course. It's in Spain, the Iberian Peninsula. Many scientists before believed that the Iberian wolf was a subspecies of the European Canis lupus, the grey wolf, but now scientists have agreed that they are actually just the ordinary species of wolf. They're quite slender in appearance compared to their cousins in North America, quite a coyote kind of look body-wise. The wolves we would specify would have to be sub-adult to adult. We don't want juvenile wolves, pups, because of course they wouldn't give us an accurate reading of wolf activity in an area, because they predominantly stay around the den site. So we're looking for more sub-adult to adult as they move around for territory marking or for hunting. We use Leafless Canadian traps. They were specifically brought in from Canada. You would set your trap basically by digging it into the soil, scatter soil loosely over it, so therefore it would be more sensitive to pressure being put on it by the wolf paw, and the snare would be wrapped around its leg, therefore routing the animal to the spot. When we would arrive, we would arrive very early in the morning, because we want to lessen the time that the wolf is trapped. You know, we don't want to stress the animal too much. We would arrive, and once we know we have a wolf trapped, we would go quickly set the tranquilizer, would be Meditor. Usually we would give a dosage of 3 milliliters, and then we would quietly approach the wolf using a dart, a blowpipe, and usually from the side to the behind the animal, just blow it into the rump. We would then quietly move away from the animal for about 10 minutes to give it time to fall asleep or fall under. Basically, we want to minimize our impact on the animal and the stress levels, because I mean we are doing it some severe injustice with all this stress. And we would then return 10 minutes later, collar it first, and I would record down the collar number, how it was working properly before we set the animal with the collar, and then we would measure the animal, determine its sex, its health, its condition, measure ears, measure back or head to tail, limbs, note if it was sexually mature, if it was a female, how many teats, what diameter the teats were, taking blood. Blood was important because we wanted to have a genetic database of the wolf. They found yellow wolves in Pontevedra, which they wanted to determine were they a hybrid or was it actually just a feral dog, but turns out it's a hybrid. So it's quite serious in the terms of the genetic stability of the animal, of the wolf in Spain, seeing as numbers are the wolf is protected, but it's around 2,000 to 3,000 animals in northwest Spain. So of course blood type was very important for us to collect. And after that we would give the animal an antidote to the tranquilizer, and within several minutes the animal would run off with the collar. and they would radio or give out a signal every few hours, so we'd know and monitor via laptop then the movements of the animal. We got some amazing data, especially from one wolf, Vicky. She was a young female, a year-old wolf, and she was very fond of agricultural lands. Literally, a power pack would be situated only several hundred to 200 meters away from a little village. Quite scary actually. When we would go out to monitor the pack or see how they were doing, we would come across local rural villagers, farmers, who were very curious and inquisitive people. Like, why are these people here? You know. After visiting Spain, I definitely would love to go into a master's into either animal behaviour or animal conservation, especially after seeing the Iberian wolf and how it lives so close to human settlement. I thought maybe, especially in Africa as well, where you have the human, Swahili tribes, conflict with cheetahs, it would be nice to see or do a master's in animal conflict with humans, kind of minimise how animal and human can live together. I just reckon for the future, with human expansion and encroachment into different habitats, we are going to have some conflicts, of course, many conflicts with animals, whether predator, prey, or any species. Therefore, I find it important that we have to work and live and coincide with these animals in a peaceful, maybe it'll be difficult to get there, but peaceful way.